Alright, hey, what's up, guys? This is Jan with the third episode of the Pwncast. Here with, to my left, I have Devin Coolhane.
Hey!
RM Howard.
That's good, Allah, well, good.
Freddie Rivas.
What's going on?
And Spencer Brinks.
What's good, my dudes?
Also known as Pownaholic.
Yeah.
That's good.
We just watched episode 12 of season 2. Some crazy shit just went down. I don't even know where to start. Should we start from the beginning?
We always say that.
I always want to start from the end.
Dude, let's just start with the epic shit. Shane died. Oh my god.
Shane got murked.
Oh, and it was about
epic.
a long time coming.
How about we talk about what led to that?
Sweet.
Okay, well, before anything though,
I'm so happy.
I gotta say one thing. The soundtrack for this specific episode entirely was so epic.
Oh, super epic.
The very first song that played before the opening theme song ever played, while they were talking about that speech that Rick was giving about Dale, so epic, dude.
And the moment when Rick gave Carl the gun and told him to take it, it's like, oh, that like bonding moment, like.
And also the song that was playing.
Music in the background was epic, but
that moment. Obviously, an epic music has to, reflect the epic moment.
Hey, did they ever teach Carl how to use a gun?
No.
Did they ever say, like, never put your finger on the trigger unless you're trying to shoot someone? Did they ever
I
say,
don't know.
this is a safety right over here? Like,
no, but
Rick's
I do like.
cop, and maybe he,
yeah, but it just seems so, like, take it. And then it was just like, okay.
I mean, he did shoot that fool right in the dome piece, which leads me to believe.
Yeah.
He shot him in the dome piece right past his dad.
That was pretty good
accuracy,
accuracy,
leads me to believe
dude.
he's been trained with a gun
Apple
at some
doesn't fall
point.
far from the tree. All I'm saying.
Yeah.
I
Gunslinger.
thought it was tight that last episode of the podcast we were talking about how fucking the whole debate was about Carl and should they give him a gun, should they not? And then I like how this episode Rick kind of like resolved the whole I'm giving him a gun. He was like telling us like, you know what, guys, in the podcast, I'm giving him a gun.
Yeah, I saw your last
End of
episode.
story.
There you go.
I totally watched it. I mean, I totally listened to it. I feel you. Here's his gun.
Oh, one more scene with the soundtrack where Glenn was working on the truck.
Yeah.
And like talking about that shit was tight. That was one of the scenes. Probably one of the first scenes in the show that I've really liked Andrea's character. How she was just kind of like boosting his. Like, she was like, Dale would have been proud, like, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you let him down there. Kind of, when you, like,
She
in front of everyone, but...
her character in the show, her character in the comic already phones, but anyway, we're not going to get into that. Her character in the show, sometimes she doesn't know what's up, sometimes she kind of fucks up, but at all times, she is badass. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
Except for when she shot Daryl.
Yeah, that was
Pretty fucking whack. It wasn't even a good shot.
Right.
But that was her
badass
that was her becoming a
Oh
badass.
no, that
she
fool
was like,
got
oh,
sideswiped
shit.
in the dome by a bullet. That was pretty tight.
Yeah, but that is
But I mean, come on. Good TV.
Well played.
Intense moment, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, alright, so I think what led, bitch. I think ultimately what led, Shane to, want to kill Rick was how she went up,
talk to him?
Yeah, she went up to him and she's like, I really do love you, but he came back, so I do. Yeah, so she
didn't. I don't think that's what she was saying.
Well, I know.
But Shane being kind of
I understand. Yeah, no, she shouldn't
off
out
his
of
rocker.
mind,
Yeah, she just let him on,
He knows he's gonna interpret that completely wrong. He's gonna be like, okay, so I just gotta get rid of
Well, it wasn't really her talking to him. I mean, her talking to him definitely contributed to, Shane wanting to kill him.
That was the final
But
straw,
it wasn't like what Lori did. It was how Shane reacted to what Lori
I think
told
she
him.
should have waited more.
It was
You
still
don't go
Shane's
say-
decision.
Okay,
to,
maybe it was. Maybe
don't-
it was a bad decision only on the premises that Shane is mentally unstable.
Yeah,
But besides that, maybe she thought that he was okay.
Maybe she thought he needed some
because
closure.
she's not
or something.
entirely mentally stable.
She doesn't know the entire background of what just happened between Rick and Shane anyway. She doesn't know any of that information.
That's true.
Yeah.
So when she starts divulging dumb
She
ass
thinks they're
information
cool.
to Shane, thinking everything's good, then
She thought it was all shitty,
Yeah.
bro.
But she walked up. You could
All
see it in her eyes, dude. It was like a flirty almost, like on the.
I didn't see that. Honestly, I saw it as like she felt sincerely bad because he was. I didn't see it as her flirting. I saw it as her being like, dude, I do care about you as a friend, and like you've always been there, and I really appreciate that. Like I saw it as like a sincere apology. I kind of thought that was. Although I could see it in Shane's eyes that he wasn't gonna react to it in the right way.
Yeah.
But from coming from Lori, I don't think that was really that big of a deal.
I think it was just too soon.
Well,
Had to wait
you're right.
for
It was
Shane
too
to go
soon.
a
You're
little
right.
bit more sane, and then
I agree with you, but just what
when
she
it
said,
wouldn't
I didn't.
affect him so much.
To bring, since we're still on this point, which also I feel that, you know, bringing Shane to where he was like gonna kill Rick, you gotta think about when Shane gave Rick the gun and told him to talk to him about Carl, and he was like, I gotta go handle the prisoner.
Yeah, Shane actually
And
knew
then-
it was good in that moment.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like
that's true. That was
Shane,
kinda-
Shane being like, Rick, handle your kid, do it, and then Rick's like, nah, other priorities. Right there again, he snapped, thinking, hey, Rick can't take care of his kids
And Shane
again.
took care of the prisoner.
Yeah, and then Shane was like, well, I'm gonna handle all of these situations
Oh yeah,
right
I guess
and
rest in
prove
peace,
Rick.
Randall. Sucks for him.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, what was up with that scene? They didn't even show him like breaking his neck or anything.
They were trying to be
It's like a
cinematic about it, I think.
crack,
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, what, his leg just snapped in or something?
Dude,
What's
Shane
up?
will walk
I
out
think
of
it
the
was kind of
fucking
like you had
forest
to
like
know
all
what's up.
crazy.
I mean, that was kind of like
Yeah,
common sense. You
I mean,
obviously knew
yeah.
that his neck was being broken. I mean, not
No,
well,
I
you sound
didn't know.
condescending. I'm
But,
sure you knew
okay,
that,
if you
but-
heard the crack, if I said to you, what just happened, you would have said, oh, he broke his neck. It's obvious. They didn't show
I
it.
instantly knew that's what had
Well,
happened.
dude, his leg was all fucked up. He was walking through the woods. Who trips and breaks their neck?
Devin
walking
didn't
through the
know.
woods?
I don't know. I
Dude, when it was like the shot on the tree and Shane walking off and you hear a crack, that's like kind of like a, I don't know, like a subconscious telling you like he just killed him. He
I
just
feel,
broke his
but it
neck.
was just, I'd rather see it just go down. Cause I
I
wanna
would've
see
rather
someone
seen it
tripping
too,
and then
but-
just breaking their neck, you know? It just
I
seems...
mean, we did go through a lot
Yeah.
to not see Shane murk him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, we went through a lot of trouble
like, it
for
was just
that.
like, all those episodes
It may have played into another topic I want to bring up, but that it may have the not showing the neck breaking. It may have played into the reveal that took place in tonight's episode, where they kind of, I mean, you might have to read between the lines to see it, but in tonight's episode, they pretty much revealed to you that once you die, you become a zombie. It's not the bite that turns you. Once you die, if you don't die from
That was
your
pretty
brain
much-
being incapacitated,
it was
you become a
hinted at.
zombie.
It was hinted at when Daryl found what's his name, Randy.
Mhm.
But it was pretty much confirmed when you see Rick stab Shane.
Yeah.
And afterwards he cuts back.
Yeah.
Wait a
It's pretty much
second.
confirmed right there.
I think
You know-
that's kind of weak. Just
You guys,
like-
the whole thing of if you get zombie blood in you,
Mhm.
like
Doesn't
via
matter.
like, you know, say Shane, he was stabbing zombies and then he got zombie blood in him.
The whole season.
The whole scene. No, like the bus
Well, I
scene.
mean, oh yeah,
The bus
he
scene
did-
where
oh,
he
yeah,
kind of
that part.
ingested, or like
that was a while ago.
he ingested zombie blood, but that doesn't matter.
So you're saying
Randall
he doesn't kill
again.
you?
Randall a while ago, that same knife, that same episode,
Yo.
also ingested zombie blood. Basically, what I'm saying is, at any point in your life, you ingest zombie blood. After you're dead, you see Rick was kind of, or Shane was kind of like flashing all these zombie flashes. Like basically, he already had the blood in him. What it takes for it to be activated is for you to die. You die, boom.
Hey, you know
thing,
what?
it activates.
That's
now
not
you're a zombie.
entirely irrational.
Yeah,
that's
that
a
is
pretty
a valid-
rational observation.
But
I don't think they're ever gonna
That's gonna be
point that out
shit
in
coming
The
out.
Walking Dead.
Yeah, but I mean, that means even later on, if you, say you still have zombie blood in you, 2-3 weeks later, you get shot, boom, you stand up, you're a zombie. Even though you never came in contact with a zombie within,
Yeah.
the time of your death.
Dale never turned into a zombie.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I mean?
Dale didn't really ingest
They shot-
zombie.
they
he
shot
did turn
zombie-
into a
They shot Dale in
zombie.
the head.
They shot him in the head even before he died.
Yeah, but still, you're still dead.
No, but
Dale
his
was
brain,
turning. He was turning
regardless,
into a
his brain
zombie.
was dead. His brain was not. He couldn't have come back to life. His brain was gone.
So you
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
you
Shot
can't get
dead.
shot. You can't die, get shot in the head, and then become a zombie after that. Cause
No.
Hey, okay. What if a zombie eats your brains?
The theory,
Do you come back?
the theory behind zombie
Your legs all
is
right.
if you get shot in the brain, like every zombie thing ever, the theory is if you shoot the brain,
Yeah.
you're done. You know.
Yeah. What
Just
about old
connect the
school
brain
zombies
to
that
the
were
body.
always wanted brains?
Yeah. Even if you blow the
Like,
brains
right.
out prior to turning into a zombie, brains are already gone, which means no zombie.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your theory.
It is logical to assume, though, that if, no matter what, if you die, you become a zombie, that is
like you could argue as a theory that is how the zombie apocalypse started in The Walking Dead, was people died and they rose and came back as zombies, and then those were the first zombies that bit other people and turned them into zombies and started the entire
the pathogen was out, and then like somebody in a hospital like kicked the bucket and then was like, this Merck Hospital.
Wait, what were they like?
Yeah, Merck Hospital. Nom nom nom.
So I think it's kind of apparent that, you know, maybe it's more debatable in earlier episodes, but after tonight's episode, obviously everybody can agree that Shane was kind of a psycho.
Dude, that fool was crazy.
Hell yeah.
But was Rick?
You knew that all along, though, right, Spencer?
Yeah, but
or were you kind of on the fritz about it?
There's a line, and he crossed it. Like,
so you're saying he just crossed it now?
No.
Oh, it'd been crossed.
It's been crossed.
That's all I needed to know.
The lines have to be crossed sometimes.
I think the first time it was crossed was even before he sacrificed Otis, when he tried to rape Lori in the end of the first season. Like when he was like pretty much like, and she kind of like slapped him and was like, "Stop! What the fuck are you doing?" Like, like that was kind of that was
like there's like a whole bunch of lines, and he was like, "Let's cross them all."
Yeah, that's true.
He was pretty much skipping along.
Oh, that fool's a G.
This is not bingo for crossing lines.
I don't know if it's like a theme or a low key. I don't know, but I do kind of like the situation where Shane thinks he's a better survivor, better survivalist, better man than Rick, but ultimately Rick was the one that defeated him. Like,
he has no
Rick
humility.
Fucking pwned Shane. Like,
dude, oh my god, when Rick had his gun out and he was walking and he just stopped and like put his gun in his holster and he was like, "Is this where you're gonna do it, Shane?" I was just like, oh, it was. Dude, just
Rick
like him
good,
putting
man.
his gun away was so epic, dude. Cause oh man,
this is where it's about to go down.
Yeah, dude.
Rick has fucking balls, dude.
Rick definitely.
I think Shane has more balls.
Rick definitely outmanned and like out honored Shane.
That whole time during that entire scene, I was just wondering like, when is Rick gonna pull the epic gunslinger moment and just murk, and then
and he pulled out a Mexican knife.
I mean, where did that knife even come from? It was just like knife in your heart.
A knife in your heart.
It really
was that in the heart? Yeah, that was in the heart.
Yeah, that was in the heart. I mean, when he pulled that out, it was like gushing blood
heart,
out the heart.
He's a cop. He knows where you thought it was in his throat.
Rick was not going for the wound that time. Rick was going for the That's the last time you threatened my family in my life. That was the last straw. I mean, dude, Rick gave him so many chances, and he just kept fucking up, man. If it were my kid and my wife, I probably would have murked Shane 2 episodes ago.
And that was the second time that Shane tried to kill him.
Yeah, dude.
It's like best
all
friends.
that like
hard
passion and honor bound up in one dude. Like Shane wanted to fucking kill Rick and steal his like wife and son and his unborn baby, and Shane's forced to kill him, and even after that, like Shane is still sobbing like. Like, why do you make me do this? Like, fuck, like...
Yeah.
You still see that Rick still cares about him. Like,
I just could imagine if I had to do that to my best friend, if, like, I could imagine myself in that scenario and my best friend, I'd just... Oh, dude, that would tear you apart for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, man.
But Shane's psycho. Man.
Yeah, he's just... So I'd feel fine killing him just because he's so fine with killing everyone else.
I mean, I'd give him a proper burial, I guess.
Dump him in the river, Doug.
You are right there by the barn. Not a very far carry. Yeah. I did think I thought the whole time during the episode, I thought like
next week's episode.
I kind of thought he was taking him somewhere. I knew he was trying to get Rick alone, but I mean, really, right next to the barn.
Yeah, that was like right there.
I mean, yeah, the barn. You could see the barn.
Out, yeah.
Dude, as soon as Carl, I'm sorry not to cut you off, but as soon as Carl took the gun from Rick, I was like, oh my god, I hope Shane dies tonight. I mean, not to wish death on anyone, but at the same time, it's what happens in the story. Like,
I can't believe you guys both knew.
I will acknowledge that the guy that plays Shane, you could say he was the best actor in the show for sure. I wouldn't argue that point. He did a really good job, but
I can see why Robert Kirkman wanted to keep him around.
I liked.
Now they can focus more on Rick's character and story progression.
And they need to make Rick tired.
I like the way Rick portrays emotions, though.
Fucking what happens eventually in the story in the comic, like after Shane dies, is they focus more on like Rick's character solely. Like it's like the battle between Shane and Rick. Now it's gonna focus more on like the battle between Rick and Rick. So now it's like.
The battle between Rick and Rick is
the heart. The battle between Rick and Rick is the heart of the story, dude. And that's what makes the comic so awesome.
So pretty much when Shane died, Rick got like a devil on one shoulder and an angel on another?
Yeah, pretty
Kinda
much.
like that,
Pretty
rather
much.
than having an angel on
Damn,
both.
I
Pretty
never
much.
thought about it like that, but that kind of is
Yeah.
what happened.
He has
Yeah.
to take the burden of both.
You just said that Shane died, so now it's we're gonna see more of Rick and the whole angels on the shoulder thing. Last episode, you had the best guy in the group die. The guy who always wanted good, Dale. Boom, good angel on Rick's shoulder.
Shit.
Now you just have Shane die. Now you've got the
devil
the
on
devil on the other
Devil's always-
shoulder.
That's
2
actually a really good
episodes.
point.
Bam. Now Rick is gonna play off of both of those guys because they're gone. He has to be both of them.
Yeah. And he doesn't really have any like guidance.
He has.
So
Well,
the
he
episode
doesn't have.
started
He
with-
does have guidance. He has their guidance of what he's taught them
Well,
up
not-
until this
Well,
point.
now
check
it's
it
kind
out.
of
Episode-
like the leader must go on alone now. Sorry.
Yeah.
The episode started out with him talking about how they want to go by Dale's way, and that's how they're gonna remember him. But it's like now that Shane's dead, now it's his best friend. He killed him. You know, he's gonna be kind of emotional. It's like
That could be
which
next
side
week.
is he? Exactly. He's gonna be torn between the
Yeah.
two sides.
They're gonna have to like.
That could be some
Following
sneaky.
Dale's way or Shane's
They're
way.
gonna have to like do something badass that's super dangerous in an upcoming episode, and Rick's gonna step up and be like, "Shane would do this."
That
And,
kind
like,
of thought.
Go and
makes
do
me
it. You know what I
ask
mean?
the
Like
writer.
I would be down.
That would
I
be
would
kind of
sad.
whack. That would be kind of.
that would be
No,
super whack,
dude,
but they probably will do it. We'll see what's good.
I don't give a fuck.
That kind of question makes me want to ask the writers, like, what were you thinking when you fucking murked these 2 dudes and
If they had that exact same thought.
Man, they probably did.
Yeah.
That is a very
Well,
good
I mean,
story
professional
structure.
writers probably know what's good on professional story structure.
I mean, I know what's good.
Yeah,
You already
I mean,
know.
if we know what's good, then they gotta know what's fucking scud.
Yeah,
Just assuming. Just an
Of course,
assumption.
of course. How difficult is a pregnancy test to administer? Could that be done like in a zombie apocalypse? Like raid, like I don't know, like
Dude,
where
she
medical
peed on a
supplies are
stick in a
at?
field and it came up positive. It's that
No,
easy.
no, not a pregnancy test, a paternity test. My apologies.
Oh, dude, no, it's impossible.
It's easy as fuck. Can't you just buy one?
How can you buy a paternity test? A paternity test is like some DNA shit. You
That's
gotta
what I'm
draw
saying.
blood.
Like, so it would be
Nah,
impossible to do
that's
in
some
a zombie
that's some
apocalypse.
lab
Would
shit.
Herschel be able to run a paternity test?
No, you need a lab and a computer and all
Just
kinds
look
of
at the
crazy
kid.
shit. Dude, you know what we didn't
It is a
discuss?
girl, actually.
How is the group gonna take Shane's death and the fact that Carl did just shoot Shane in the dome?
Honestly,
Well, dude, he died as
no
a
one's
zombie.
gonna give a fuck.
Yeah.
He died as a
Seriously.
zombie.
Yeah,
so
dude, he
that's-
shot him like a boss, dude. Hey, honestly though,
Oh,
when
he did die as a zombie though, so they could just be like, whoa, no.
He was a zombie.
And y'all saw the giant herd of zombies at the very end.
Well, it's called a
Oh
horde.
my god, that
called a
horde
horde.
at the end! I can't believe we didn't even mention
it's a
that.
herd.
That
I'm
shit.
just kidding,
it's
you're
a
right,
zoom
it is.
out.
It's a herd, I thought.
Well, in the
No,
show-
actually, I'm sorry. Devin is correct. In the comics, a horde of zombies is addressed as a herd.
They
Well, that's 'cause
even,
they're
no,
wrong.
dude. Even in the
There's like 1,000
Oh yeah, in the
zombies.
show,
in the show at the beginning when they're on the freeway,
Andrea names it the herd.
they name it a herd instead
Yeah.
of a horde because the horde
I'm
that's
sorry.
been done.
I was thinking of Nazi zombies.
That's been
I
done.
was thinking
for
of
a
Nazi
reason,
zombies,
because it's
yeah.
the right word.
No.
I mean, dude, I
But
could say
in
a
the
pack
Walking
of
Dead
zombies.
mythology, the proper term for horde is herd.
In zombie mythology, the proper
No,
term for
in
herd
walking.
is horde.
Ooh.
Okay,
Oh,
But
fair
think
enough,
about
fair enough.
think about the end of the last episode. You remember, Solo Zombie in the field. That's it's a herd of zombies grazing in the field.
A solo
saying.
zombie is a
What
horde.
a zombie?
What the hell are you talking about?
No, I mean
How is
nowadays, now you got a herd of zombie. A herd of zombies, or
Okay.
it's not
Zombie or
zombie. It's a herd of zombie.
Man,
Zombie.
This isn't Pwncast related, but
We have
way-
zombie
Why are you
listeners.
saying that?
Because I
This
wanted
is
to,
a
want to talk
Pwncast
about it.
related.
That
Let's
is
talk
totally
about the
Pwncast
comment.
related right there.
Well, if it's Pwncast related, then you can just cut out the part about me
Well,
saying this
well,
is
then
Pwncast related.
That's more work.
All right, you know what? I can't think of anything. I wanted to end it right there, but
You can just end
We've
it.
already tried to end it right there. It's already done.
Nice. There we go.
I don't know, that's gotta wait. Let's try
Let's try
to
it right
something
there.
else.
dude, seriously, that moon was fucking epic.
Yeah.
That
What
shit-
moon? I don't remember it.
Really?
Dude, really?
You are not tight, Freddie. You are not
So
paying attention to
whack.
shit. That was like the most epic shot.